Glory to my bloodline!
Success.
Fire the lance batteries!
This could be an opportunity.
Excellence matters. Cannons, volley!
We have purified the battlefield of the enemy's taint.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity. My apologies. I did not seek you out to pester you with unwanted attention. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before. My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencias, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty. There is, and you will meet him soon enough. To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others. Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service. And therefore, it is sacrosanct. I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that Her Ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let...
The Divine watches over us. We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
One of the Von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Our foes shall be crushed beneath our unyielding might. The Emperor commands. And so it shall be done. Actions will speak louder than words. I will not be deterred.
Ha! Death to the heretics!
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan. I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad? While you are considering your answer, Edelthrad, I wish to speak with someone else. Perhaps I shall hear something more interesting than incoherent mumbling. Approach.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations in such a fashion?
I give that permission to those with something of substance to say. Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence. Well, I find your company disagreeable, and yet I'm forced to endure such.
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here? Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries. is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Fon Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Fon Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. It says in your profile that you bear the brand of sorcery, albeit sanctioned sorcery that is permitted in the service of the Imperium. I am accustomed to the presence of psychos at my side. More than that, I value their unique abilities highly. Perhaps that is why I am so intrigued by Edelthrad's candidacy. A rogue trader psyker could achieve great things indeed. However, psychers are fragile creatures, and as such, moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the Fon Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. The Rykad system, the domain of Rogue Trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House Fon Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old, It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Cast you into eternal darkness.
Let the blood flow! Don't touch me!
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I took care of this one.
Weapon at the ready.
Reduced to dust.
For the glory of the Imperium! Death to the weak!
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Death to non-believers! I can't allow myself to do this! Rejoice in service. Chaos guides me.
Crush the feeble! Such is the will of chaos!
Follow my lead. I took care of this one. Reduced to dust.
I won't suffer this. The Emperor commands. And so shall it be done. Another step towards our ultimate victory.
I bring ruin!
Ugh, my ears are ringing. I took care of this one.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Let the faith guide my path to glory! We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. Let us walk this path to the end.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but first we have to confirm that the bridge and the Navigator's Sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Then move out! Mort, come.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't. Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Well, there is still another way. For the Emperor. Know your duty.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Master, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this? What? Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora. Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me.
I cannot comply.
I'm at your service.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let me help.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. Lady Theodorus. Which one? The last one I received was about the navigator's sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all... Absolutely.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid.
Run, fools, or fall! Victory is imminent. I'm not interested. Indeed.
Out of my way!
I've suffered worse.
I am your doom. Name them! Make them plead!
I will not be deterred. Rejoice!
I serve the ruinous powers!
Just a minor setback.
Chaos guides me!
It will be done. Ha! Reduced to dust!
Glory of
Pain
my
and duty go
master!
hand in hand.
I serve the ruinous powers!
I've suffered worse.
Death to the weak!
The Emperor, let this be the warning to all who oppose us. And so shall it be done.
Death to
I
non-believers!
took care of this one. I will do my duty. One you a tongue. Someone else can do this. My ears are ringing.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens. Another step towards our ultimate victory. No suffering will make me forget his sacred words. Burn the heretic, kill the mutant, purge the unclean.
Sometimes, you consult the appropriate treaties on
The Emperor protects. For the Emperor! Blessed is Von Valencia's bloodline.
The navigator sector is directly up.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of...
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once?
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they...
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valencius.
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen. And you, Von Valencius, are a sorcerer too. Just like the other one. Lady Theodora must have grown so fond of...
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me. Those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the opposite deck at once. I repeat.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and has...
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are... Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet...
Watches over us. May the blessings of the Divine grant us the courage and strength.
Let's get to a suitable sacrifice.
What is this foreboding? Will do. Be gone! Was that you? Or...
My enemies will be crushed like dust beneath my feet. I can't allow myself to do this. I will not be deterred. And so shall it be done.
Chaos guides me.
At your beck and call. Indeed.
Hold on.
There is movement in the Empyrean. But of course,
The Emperor commands!
My place is at the fort. It will be done. I will do like you. I took care of this one.
cover me! Will do.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that have...
Your time is short.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body...
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the wall. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run. The urge. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, this shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespine. No can do.
Look no further.
Heresy grows from...
How may I serve the dynasty?
For the Emperor. We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these...
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Massacre, my lord! And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes.
Through this door. I shall join you.
We will follow. For now, we will...
Good to hear it.
Ready. Mate.
Let us walk this path to the end. know your duty.
Beware the eye of the witch.
Come to chaos!
Doubt is for the weak. Strife is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I am your doom.
Endure.
Out of my way! Your blood will flow! I serve the ruinous powers!
I will endure.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Reduced to dust!
Chaos guides me! Death to the weak! Death to non-believers! Chaos guides me!
Be the warning to all who oppose us. Actions will speak louder than words.
Out of my way! Ah!
Rejoice in... Injuries will not slow me. Are you my Emperor?
I serve the ruinous powers! Ah! Chaos guides me!
Will do. Farewell.
One fewer target. Reduced to dust.
And so it shall be done. Rejoice in service!
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Death to the weak!
I know what is to come. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Let the faith guide my path to glory. I have proven myself yet again. The Divine watches over us. I won't suffer this.
I refuse.
I'd rather not. I'm not interested.
This is beyond me.
We should deal with this.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Duty prevails.
The Emperor protects! My faith is my shield!
Your seneschal is always there.
Do you want something?
The Emperor sets my path.
For the Emperor.
What advice do you seek?
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Over there!
Are you lost, my heir?
Apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies.
Listen to this abomination! If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel... What are we waiting for? Where did it go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
I better myself through my service.
Know your duty. I rise above hardships. Blessed is von Valencia's bloodline. Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Too late! We are too late! Or perhaps...
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now...
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her...
Let us walk this path to the end.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars. We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing.
No. Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless... It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here. And he would have protected... How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning fast...
I can look at things in... It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the... Streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces, drawing closer. Lady Theodora, and Conrad, and tainted witchcraft. Yes, the crucible of battle. No, wait! We must see it!
Idira, you can't bring...
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no.
I can't allow myself to do this. I won't suffer this. The Divine watches over us.
You will die screaming! Suffer not the heretic to live! Your Emperor won't save you!
Fewer target. Victory is imminent. Indeed. At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
And so shall it be done.
Brace yourself, Amalard.
The Emperor commands. I will not be deterred.
I'll do it. Eradicated. Each strike is a prayer.
Anything is? Be gone! But of course.
I will do my what viewer target. At your beck and call. Victory is target well struck.
And so it shall be done.
Just a minor setback.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why I was chosen.
Will do. I'm not so sure.
I took care of this one.
accomplished!
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the Rogue Trader. No. The Rogue Trader. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is...
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Then we have no right to bow our heads. We are out of time! No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the Void Ship breaks free from the warp. Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder!
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't...
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oh!
Don't you dare to cross us!
Rejoice in service. Actions will speak louder than words. I will not be deterred.
I'll do it.
Not this Scryer's job. On it. That is not my destiny.
Death to non-believers! Chaos guides me!
At your beck and call. It will be done. I will do like you target well struck. For Von Valencius! It will be done. Victory is imminent. It will be done. I will do my duty.
Break their morale!
Follow my lead. To the heretics!
Better crippled in body than corrupt in mind. Rejoice in service! I cannot comply.
Doubt is for the weak.
That is not the Emperor's will.
And so shall it be done.
Anything else? But of course.
Out of my way! I serve the ruinous powers!
Pain and duty go hand in hand. Careful now.
I must not falter. Moving out!
My armor is contempt. This is beyond me.
High momentum.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. Eradicated. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I am. I'll do it. I will not.
I won't suffer this. The Emperor commands. Actions will speak louder than words.
As the Emperor commands, I am. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
I'll revert to more conservative tactics.
I will avenge you.
I'm not so sure. Anything else?
fight.
Blessed are those who sacrifice for the Imperium.
Onward!
This is unacceptable. I refuse. Doubt is for the weak.
Such is their zeal. What is this foreboding? Was that you? Or... Will do. Darkness consumes me.